All right, we've just got a nice 20-minute one today. So lying back, opening up the hips into butterfly and relax. Taking some nice deep breaths in through the nose, into the belly. And then bringing those knees in together and hugging them into the chest. And then straightening those legs out, taking your hands behind your head. So you're opening up your chest a little bit, and then you can point your toes, really lengthen out the legs, reach your arms above your head as if someone was pulling on your feet and pulling on your arms, stretching you out. And then bend your arms and fold them. So grab the elbows and again letting them rest down. So you're opening up your shoulders. And then change the crossover on your hands. Notice whether that feels odd. And then release those arms. And then coming up and over, flipping over into hands and knees, and then taking your right arm and reaching it up. And then sliding it underneath and dropping your head down, shoulder down, head down to the left. And then coming back up. And then taking that left arm up, reach it up, look up, and then scoop it through. So dropping the left shoulder down, head down. And then coming back up as we take our right leg out to the right side. So if you can get your knee and your foot level, and then you can slightly push yourself back and then reach your arms forward as you sit slightly back, getting right into that inner thigh. And then drop your head down. So looking back, you can rest your head down on the mat if you like. Stretching again through those arms as well. And then bring it up and bring that right leg in. And then take your left leg out to the left side. And again, drop back and down. And then bring that leg in and then slide those hands forward a little bit, dropping and lowering into your puppy pose. And then making your way back up and pushing your bottom back to your heels. Take your knees apart and sitting back into your child's pose. Melt your chest down towards the mat, head down. And then coming up and coming forward onto your stomach. Spin around. And just bring your hands next to your chest and let's lift the chest slightly, squeeze those glutes a little bit and then lower down and lift again and lower down and then lifting and pressing back up. We're going to go into our pigeon. So we're taking our right leg and bringing it through, trying to get it angled across the mat as much as you can and extending your leg back or going into your 90-90 wherever you can get to. And then we're going to see if we can walk ourselves over towards this left foot and then maybe bring your chest down. So you can feel a little bit of lengthening through that right side. Just trying to keep everything else the same. Just adding that twist. And then pressing back up to the middle. And then bringing that leg back to hands and knees and then swapping sides. So let's bring our left foot through or help through. Find the position for you. Notice if one side feels different, more tight, as we then twist and bring our body around towards the right side. So getting a little bit of length down the left side of the body. And then coming back up. And then pressing yourself back to your hands and knees. Just give a little wiggle. And then take a seat. And we're going to take a seat with the soles of our feet together, like we did at the beginning. See if you can press down on those knees with your elbows and push those hips out a little bit more. Now, if this is difficult, you can also have your feet slightly forward, like in our diamond. Okay, so wherever you can get to. Maybe see if you can come forwards. And then release. And then we're going to cross the legs now with the right leg in front, or take the right foot on top. And then we are twisting around to the right. And then come back to the middle. And then release. And change the crossover on your legs. So the left foot goes in front or on top. And then twisting around to the left for a nice hold. And then back to the front. And then take those legs out, just give them a little shake. And then we're going to straighten them out, taking the legs wide. Remember, toes up. We want to keep them active, a nice straight back. And then we are turning to the right and reaching down the right leg. Try and keep your hands even. Try not to like reach out with the right. Try and keep them both even. Don't let that left foot fall in. And then coming back to the middle, and then turning to the left and walking your hands down towards your left toes, wherever you can get to. Remember to keep those hands even and try and keep that right butt cheek down. And then back to the middle, bringing those knees in together, and then coming down onto your back and bringing your right leg up. You can have your left leg bent or straight and pull it in towards you for that hamstring stretch. You can have your head down, you can bring your nose up to your knee, whatever you're comfortable with. And then switch the legs over. Good, and then release, bending both knees and crossing your right leg over your left. All right, fully crossed, and then taking those knees and dropping them over to the left side. So looking straight up or over to the right, keeping both shoulders down. And then coming back to the middle. And then we're going to hug the knees into the chest. So you can grab your knees, you can grab your shins, you can grab your feet. And pull the knees in towards the chest, the chin. And then release. And let's change the crossover. So left leg crosses over the right. Oh, that sun's gone in, it's going to be dark. And then drop the knees over to the right side. And then back to the middle, and then pull those knees into the chest. Hug the knees in. Grab the knees, grab the shins, grab the feet. And then release those feet, undo those knees, the width of your mat, and then just windscreen wipe the knees side to side. Good, and then just rocking yourself up to a seated position and coming back over onto heads and knees and stepping your right foot to the outside of your right hand and angle your right foot slightly out. We're going to take our right hand onto the inside of our right knee and we're going to push it out, pushing that hip forward as well. All right, so push out on that right knee. And then release and bring it back and step your left foot to the outside and then turn that left foot out. Bring your left hand onto the inside of the knee and push it away, dropping those hips forward. and release. Bring back, kneeling up and taking your hands onto your lower back as you draw your elbows towards each other, going to a little back bend if you feel comfortable. And release. And we are done. Good job.